Hi everyone, it's that time. Weather for Weather Geeks time, the Valley's most in-depth weather video. It's the Thursday evening edition. We're going to do a lot of statistics this evening because it's the end of August. It's the end of meteorological summer. A new meteorological season begins tomorrow, of course, autumn. And so we've got a lot of catching up to do here on what has happened and what will happen. Let's first review the month of August, a streaky month. Middle of the month, we had 9 consecutive warmer than average days from the 14th through the 22nd, but then that was immediately followed by 9 consecutive cooler than average days to wrap up the month. The month as a whole will go into the record books as cooler than average by about a degree. So that's one thing we haven't said too often lately, a cooler than average month. In fact, for 2017, this is only our third cooler than average month, and the other two were just barely. March and May were just slightly cooler than average. This was a little more substantial. So compared to the average, this was the coolest month of 2017 so far. Again, relative to average. But 2017 as a whole, of course, is still running warm because of those warm months we had back in the winter and early spring. For meteorological summer, June, July, and August, here in Youngstown, it'll go into the record books as warmer than average, but not by much. Less than a degree, and sort of remarkably, the precipitation was almost exactly average at the Youngstown Warren Airport. Now, especially in the summer, your mileage can vary in terms of how much rain you've seen in your backyard, depending on where thunderstorms might have rumbled. But where the official records for our area are kept, up in Vienna, almost exactly average in terms of rainfall for the season. Talking temperatures once again in 90-degree heat. We didn't have much this year. 2 90-degree days at the Youngstown Warren Airport, less than the 6 we had last year, the 4 we had in 2015, our fewest amount since we had 0 back in 2014. We average about 8 or 9 90-degree plus days each year, and I'm assuming at this point we're not going to have another 90-degree day. It doesn't look that favorable for that kind of heat as we go into September. In terms of rainfall, again, almost exactly average, and this was actually our driest summer since 2011. We reeled off 5 consecutive pretty wet summers from 2012 through 2016, so this one was much more typical with about 11.5 inches worth of rain in the months of June, July, and August. All right, we're getting set to ring in meteorological autumn, which of course is a transitional season. Our averages change quickly as we get into autumn. By the end of September, our average high, 66. That's actually our forecast for tomorrow. We're about a month ahead of schedule with the kind of forecast we have for tomorrow. By the end of October, double nickel, 55 is our average high, and by the end of November, 42. So a big, steep decline over the next 3 months in terms of our averages. All right, taking a look at the current weather. Well, there's not much to talk about here. We have generally clear conditions on Storm Tracker 21 this evening. We did have a couple of random showers as expected here right around midday, lunchtime, noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. A couple of specks on the radar, especially in Columbiana County, a couple of hundredths of an inch worth of rain. But for most of us, we missed out on the rain today. Well, we're about to close the book on Harvey in terms of it being a tropical system. But, boy, a powerhouse out here in the eastern Atlantic. This is Hurricane Irma, which went from a tropical storm to a Category 2 and a Category 3 hurricane very quickly today. Now, this is in the middle of nowhere right now, but it's still impressive looking. 140-mile-per-hour gusts right now. The pressure down to 967 millibars. Well, where's Irma going? Over the next 5 days, it's a fish storm, basically impacting no land masses whatsoever. What happens beyond this, beyond Tuesday, the end of our graphic here, anybody's guess at this point. Could go like this, could go like this, could go like this. It is way too early to speculate on that. If it were to have any impacts on the U.S., that would probably be 10 days to 2 weeks from now. So we got a long time to worry about Irma across the lower 48 states. All right, back here at home, flash flood watch is in effect from southwest Ohio back through parts of Kentucky and Tennessee because the remnants of Harvey are getting set to finally move northward. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of rain over the next couple of days from Cincinnati and Louisville on south through parts of the Tennessee River Valley, down towards Memphis. A half a foot of rain in some spots. So we're lucking out and we're not going to see nearly that much rain. Tomorrow is going to be a day where I call it milky sun or filtered sunshine. there's going to be a lot of high and mid-level clouds around, clouds that are up around 20, 30,000 feet. And, the sun's still pretty strong at this time of the year. The sun can still try to get through those clouds, but it won't exactly be a bright and sunny day. It's going to be fairly cloudy overall, but it's not going to rain at all tomorrow. Now, our forecast for Saturday, of course, has been evolving. We've been talking about chances for showers being pretty high, but it's not going to be much rain, and I still think that'll be the case. Here's midday on Saturday. Here's Saturday afternoon, a little bit of rain, a couple of showers around, a lot of clouds. It's going to be a cool day, and the threat for showers will then wind down as we go into Sunday morning, and I think Sunday afternoon will turn out to be a lot better with an increase in sunshine. Again, the rainfall totals here are going to be fairly meager. Look at all our modeling here, all clustered under 1/4 of an inch. And I think that's generally the right idea here. We could see just 1/10 of an inch worth of rain in a lot of spots. A big contrast between southwest Ohio, closer to Dayton and Cincinnati, and northeast Ohio with the remnants of Harvey. Rest of our Canfield Fair forecast. If you're heading to the fair this weekend, Dana, Leslie, Derek, and myself will be in the WFMJ tent from 9 to 1 on Saturday and 1 to 5 on Sunday. Look forward to meeting many of you there. We'll be dry in the tent on Saturday, but grab the umbrella if you are heading to the fair that day because, again, while it's going to be light rain and spotty and intermittent, it's going to try to rain a little bit. Sunday, any shower chances are very early in the day. I think the afternoon looks dry. And what a great Labor Day we have coming up. Sunshine, gusty breeze, 81 degrees. If you have a pool and you haven't used it much over the last 10 days, that's your day to use it, maybe one last time on Labor Day, and then it'll be time to shut down the pools for the season in most cases. All right, quick look at the autumn forecast here for September, October, November. I'm going to show you some model data here. This is the Climate Forecast System, or CFS model. Temperature anomalies for September, October, November, painting a fairly mild picture across a lot of the lower 48 states, including across eastern Ohio and western PA. This is the National Weather Service forecast, and it looks pretty similar. Wall-to-wall warmth across the lower 48. Now, that is, of course, over a 3-month period. That's a generality. Of course, there's going to be cold days. There's going to be hot or warm days. But a lot of the data suggests that we could have a pretty mild fall compared to the average, temperature-wise. Not looking at a real strong signal in terms of precipitation during this fall season. The model data here shows equal chances of a wetter or drier than average fall. And I'm sorry, that was the Weather Service forecast. And here's the climate data, the climate forecast system data, I should say. And it also shows not a real strong signal in terms of dry weather or wet weather. Could be kind of a ho-hum fall in terms of precipitation, kind of like summer. Again, summer almost exactly average in terms of the amount of rain. All right, no weather for Weather Geeks tomorrow. I'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great time at the fair if you're heading out that way. I look forward to seeing many of you there. If your plans this weekend don't include the fair but include outdoor activities, hope you can enjoy a great Sunday and a great Labor Day as well. I'll see you back here Labor Day evening.